test, which is be a week from Monday. I'm sorry, September 10th is when we'll actually be doing this. But you need to come up with your body mass index. And over here on the right, you can actually see on the content, if you actually look on the content for your weight or your height, you can pretty much figure this out. I think these are men and women. This is a kind of a generic version of it. You can turn around and look behind you there if you can't see it. But you can see for me, I keyed in that I thought I was pretty much on correct weight. But if I'm 5 foot 10 inches and I weigh 175, then I am right on the borderline of being overweight. So you need to look for yourself, your own edification. And when I thought that I was perfectly healthy, because I stay fit and I run and I work out, but actually because of my height and weight, I'm actually right on the borderline of being overweight. So this is something you need to think about. Everybody have an idea for their BMI? Lamar, did you get yours?
No, sir.
Couldn't do the math? You need to do the math, or look up here on the scale. Okay. For myself, my body mass index was in the order of 23, 24, which is right on the edge. Anybody else have any problems with that? Garrett, you got yours?
I think so.
Okay, what was your number?
I got like some large
Okay. How about this? Turn around and look behind you. Okay? Okay, or you guys in the front row. You guys in the front row, come on, stand up here and come up here and look at your weight and your height and come up with your number. Stand up, come up here. It's just math. You need to know what your body. Guys in the back row, you stand up and look at that. Come up here and look. Come on up here and look. I need you to find your BMI. Okay? That Brunel, go get your BMI. Look. The fact that you know yours, get a number. I need you guys to have a number. Okay, get a number for yourself. When I ask you this on your test, you need to have a number for yourself. Height and weight equals a BMI. Okay, got it figured out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, everybody in the back row, you got yours? Did that Overton? Did that Brunel? You got it? Did that Garrett? It wasn't a highly decimal number, was it? What was yours?
24, 25.
Okay, there you go. That's all you need is 24, 25. Okay. You can see myself here. I'm 175. I'm 5'10". I'm a 25. I'm right on the edge of being overweight. This is what you need to know for this lesson, guys. I want everybody here to know what their body mass index is. Okay, you got it? All right. Sounds great. Watch the wires. Okay, write this number down. You need this for your test. Okay? This is what you need to learn from this class. You can find it in your book on page 203 like we showed you. Or you can look it up online, but you will need to know that. Okay, once you've looked at your BMI, you can know how to, and again, it was a surprise for me. So out of everybody here, how many people were in different levels of BMI than they actually thought, like myself? Okay?
I'm underweight.
You're underweight? You thought, I saw you text that in and you thought you were normal weight. Well, I thought I was normal weight until I started teaching this class about 7 years ago. And then I realized I'm 5 or 10 pounds too heavy. So guess what my New Year's resolution every January 1st is? So that being, you need to gain some weight. You need to eat some of my Oreos, right?
I eat nothing but junk food.
Nothing but junk and double stuff. Well, guess what? At age 52, it's going to catch up with you. Alrighty, here are some weight problems that you might have when you go forward. Is being overweight, empty. What are empty calorie foods there, Cadet Bean?
I don't know, sir. I've
Junk
never
food. You just mentioned it.
Well, I've never heard of empty calorie food because
It means foods that won't help you be healthy and help for as the different vitamins and proteins that you need. Okay. Underweight, meaning you maybe have a physiological problem or calorie intake problem, like certain peoples all over the nation and the world have. But a lot of times you feel tired just because of insufficient food energy. How about in the morning, guys? How many people have how many people here have a fabulous breakfast every morning?
I have looked at
Okay. And so therefore, how many people have gone in for a test? I did this for a college test. Didn't eat sufficient food in the morning, and you walk in and you feel miserable because you're kind of tired.
I eat school breakfast, so
You eat school breakfast? Well, that's good.
it's like
I know a lot of times on the weekends my family and I will, sleep in and have pancakes. And so my son and daughter and I like to eat pancakes in the morning. Well, guess what? Pancakes last about 2 hours, and I'm hungry again because it's not enough protein. We don't have sausage or anything with it. So a lot of times, look, it's not enough fat to cushion your organs and bones. So you may have some different problems. Okay, calories. Look at the numbers of calories that you should be having about every day. Okay, teen males about 3,000, teen females about 2,000, 2,500. Okay, that's about normal. If you actually get into this, you can keep track of your calories that you eat in a day and see how you're doing. What happens if you eat less calories than you need? What happens to your body then, Cadet Johnson?
you don't get tired, sir.
Yeah, you can lose weight, right? You get tired and you lose weight because your body's burning the fat to make up for those calories. This is the traditional pyramid now that the National Health Institute recommends for you. Plenty of fruits and grains, low-fat milk. This is a big difference. You realize when I was a kid, 35 years ago, there was no such thing as fat-free or low-fat milk. It was all fat milk. It was all it was. And I can remember to this day when I was probably 17 or 18, when lower fat milk was invented. And my dad, who was overweight and who died at age 65 because he was unhealthy, he argued, you got to have all that fat in your milk because it's going to help you. And till the day he died, he ate full fat milk, and it didn't help what we're talking about, his body image. But now we're lucky. We have all these different options for fat and low-fat foods. Okay, we talked about reducing calorie intake. Would help you lose some weight, broiled and baked. What kind of, here's another great story from the past. What kind of food is bad for you?
That's greasy fried
Ding, 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 ding. And what does KFC stand for?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And so in South Carolina, where I grew up, Kentucky Fried Chicken was pretty good. And that's why do you think they call it KFC now versus Kentucky Fried Chicken? Doesn't sound bad. It's marketing. Okay? Because of this right here. I think it was the 80s. 1980s, 90s, they figured out that fried food was horrible for us and kill you. It does kill you. And so guess what? They couldn't change their name because that's how they make, of course they serve less fat fried food now. But they don't have fried in their name. They call it KFC. That's exactly the truth. Physical activity keeps everything pumping and working with you. We talked about that last week. The more activity you are, the hungrier you get, the healthier you are. And has you a higher self-esteem, working with people that are actually just like you and like to exercise and keep things going. How about fasting? Actually, I had a student here about 4 years ago, and he was white. I thought he was going to pass out. He was the color of your t-shirts. And I went up to him, let's call him Bob, I always call him Bob. Bob, are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine, sir, yeah, fine. He's shaking. Well, what's going on here? Well, to tell you the truth, I've been fasting for 6 days. And that was part of his, it wasn't religious, it was his own personal belief that he wanted to fast for 7 straight days. Even so much had a note that he handed to me from his mom and dad saying, don't worry about little Bob, he's fasting for 7 days to see if he can do it. And I'm telling you, that is kind of like what prisoners do in protest. I mean, this is not what high school or normal people want to do. Fasting is pretty dangerous. He's still alive, he's still around, I've seen him around, but I mean, I've never heard of a teenager on purpose fasting. What about the actual supplements that the football players and the athletes take? Is that good for you? Does that help you lose weight?
Not in good amounts.
Well, everything in extreme is bad, but yes, that can definitely help you. And help you lose some weight but hurt yourself. There you go. Quick weight loss programs, that's what I'm talking about. Losing about 1 pound per week is maybe a goal. So in a month, maybe you lose 3, 4, 5 pounds in a month. You know, and then you can keep it off. You don't have to be a yo-yo dieter, up and down, up and down. Main thing here is setting realistic goals and having a accountability partner, somebody that you can work with to actually figure out exactly what you're going to do and make your goals purposeful and go through. Alrighty, some of the eating disorders. This is something I really want to cover because you'll see this, and unfortunately you'll see it in your lifetime. Okay, eating disorders are extreme and damaging behavior. They can lead to sickness and death. And I'm telling you, just like you guys have talked about the teen perceptions in the media, I truly think in my 35 years, when I was a young kid, I knew one person that was kind of unhealthy because of this. But I think in the 35 years, because of the media, just like you guys are saying, the unrealistic expectations or the fact they tell you to eat skinny, but they only show skinny people, they don't show real Americans there. I think this has hurt our low self-esteem and the poor body image of America in general. Okay, what is anorexia nervosa? Anybody? Yes? Yes, sir.
That's when you feel like you're too overweight or that you're too heavy and that you don't eat as much or at all in order to lose weight, sir.
Is this just for girls?
No, sir, it's for everyone.
I had a student 3 years ago that had this, and he didn't finish high school. And what's sad, it is absolutely, as a guy, absolutely a mental condition, okay? You can look at yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, so therefore I'm going to mentally think that you're large and mentally kill yourself. And there have been some actually very famous actors, one singer I can think of, that she absolutely, starved herself to death because of this. And guess what? When you're starving, what happens? You have malnutrition, you have shrunken organs and bone loss. You have all these irregular heartbeats that will eventually kill you. What about bulimia? What's bulimia? Cadet Overton.
You eat a whole bunch of food and puke it up.
Why would you want to puke up perfectly good food? Cadet Garrett.
So you don't gain the weight of it?
Cadet Garrett. Yes, exactly. You think that you've eaten it in, and you're making your mom and dad happy, or your wife or girlfriend, and then all of a sudden you throw it up because you can't stand to have it in you. And I've actually seen this too. I mean, I'm sure there's some people in this town affected by this. You force yourself to vomit, so you take laxatives, and guess what? It's still the same thing. You don't end up eating, and you end up basically starving yourself. So this is not a good situation. Bulimia changes the body. It gives you a lot of acids, problems from vomiting, and it can cause problems later on. How about binge eating disorder? Binge eating disorder. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Tell me about this. This is the opposite of bulimia. Someone else. Cadet Brunel, what's binge eating disorder?
Binge eating disorder is where you overeat, but you don't throw up. You just eat.
Some people say this is the most common eating disorder. Okay. Everybody ever heard of the term yo-yo yo-yo dieters, okay? Yo-yo, meaning I'm gonna lose 10 pounds now, but my goodness, I deserve to eat my pack of double stuffed Oreos. And then all of a sudden I'm a binge dieter, so you got up to 10 pounds more than that, and then my New Year's resolution is lose 10, so I'm gonna lose it back, and then all of a sudden I take a large amount of foods, I eat it one time. Anybody ever eat more food over the holidays, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas? Okay, Brandon, this is it. So probably you're all have seen this before with friends or family, and it's not the best thing. Often leads to excessive weight, loss, and gain. Okay, so what can you do to help people that need help with these type of has anybody ever seen this? Have anybody ever seen these things around? A couple? Yes? Were you able to help any of your friends, or anybody have any stories you'd like to share?
I'll share one, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, well, my friend Emily was anorexic, and she refused to get help. Refused. So what I did was I called people that specialized in that, and my cousin's friend's father specialized, so I called him and he visited her and helped her with it.
Great, great. Well, again, that just shows that, look at the bottom line, friends